Okay, so today we're going to look at line graphs. So remember from last week, a graph is just a kind of picture, a way to show data, to show information in a very clear way. So far, we've been looking at bar graphs. So bar graphs are the type of graph we've been looking at so far. It's called a bar graph because the thing's going up, the columns. So in this one, the orange, the blue, the green, and the yellow look like bars, so think of a chocolate bar. So this is an example of a bar graph. And every graph needs three things. So you need a title. A title of the graph tells you what the graph is about. So this graph, you can see it says birthday of students by month. So it's counting how many students had their birthday in different months. Every graph also needs a y-axis. So the y-axis is just a fancy name of saying the line that goes up and down on the side. And you also need to label that. If you just have numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, you might not know what those numbers mean. So you need to label it with, it says there, number of students. And then the x-axis is just a fancy way of saying the line that goes from left to right in the graph. And you also need to label that. So you've got January, February, March, and all the months. And then underneath, you need to name that line, saying month, yeah? So line graphs look a little different. And as you can guess, they involve a line, basically. So again, line graphs need the same three basic things. So in this example, the graph name, the title, is race time. So this graph is telling you how much time it took this boy. So it says there Steve. So Steve runs a race. And how much time it takes him to finish. On the y-axis, so that's the line going up, we're measuring in time, in seconds. So the bottom is 13 seconds, 14 seconds, 15 seconds, and 16 seconds. The x-axis, so the axis, the line going from left to right, is measured in months. So it says date, March, April, May, and June. So it says date, or you could say months. So here's a question for you. So grade 5, ask all the students at school what subject they like the most. So if you ask all the students, 25 people said they like English, 40 people said they like maths, 40 people said they like IPC, and 32 students said Arabic. So which graph do you think would be best to draw? Do you think it would be best to draw a bar graph or a line graph? Have a think. So for this example, if you said bar graph, that would be correct. So a bar graph would be best for this one. The reason is that English, Maths, IPC, and Arabic are completely different things, okay? There's not a connection between those four subjects. They're just four individual subjects. So the bar graph in this example is good for showing how many students like these different subjects the most. Right, the second example. A scientist is counting the number of lions in the safari park. So she counts how many lions she sees every year and makes a graph. So in 2017, she saw 530 lions. In 2018, there are 522. In 2019, there were 423. And in 2020, there are 386 lines. So for this information, for this data, what graph would be best? A bar graph or a line graph, do you think? Have a think. So if you thought a line graph, good job. So this is the line graph. The name of the graph is number of lines. On the y-axis, it goes up in number of lines. And on the x-axis, the one from left to right, is the year. So 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020. So a line graph like this is best if you're measuring how something changes over time. So the word trend means a general direction something is moving in. So in this example, you can see over time, very clear, you can see that the number of lines is going down. Just like earlier, the boy running the race, his time is going down, yeah? So just remember all this today when you're doing the Maths Learner book pages. Every graph should have a title, a y-axis, the one going up and down, and then x-axis, the one going left to right. They need to be labelled, telling you exactly what they mean. And keep thinking about why a line graph or why a bar graph might be better for certain types of information. I know this might be a little bit tough right now, but we're going to be doing it all day today and tomorrow. And we'll also do some revision on Thursday, okay? So we've got plenty of time. And if you've got any questions about it, just email, or you can ask someone at home if someone's there that can help as well, okay? All right, good luck.